Well, those are some of the goals that Luis Suarez has scored for Barcelona, so he's going to be integral for this team, that is the Uruguay team. So we take a look at the squad that was chosen to be in action for Uruguay. We have Martin Campana, Fernando Muslera, who has been in the squad for a number of years. Then we have Martin Silva. Let's go to the defenders. It has some of the best defenders that we have in the world. Martin Caceres, Guillermo Valera, Sebastian Coates, Jose Jimenez, Diego Godin, Maximilian Pereira, Gaston Silva, Jimenez and Godin for Atletico Madrid. They were integral for Atletico Madrid to win the Europa League. What are your thoughts as we quickly go through this?
I think as far as the defense is concerned, I think it's really strong. The likes of Martin Caceres, Coates, Jimenez, Diego Godin, who is pretty much the captain of the team and a very experienced defender. I think that they are a very well-stocked team from behind, right through defense into midfield, and of course the striking now is, the icing on the cake.
Yes, let's go to the midfielders that will be in action for the Uruguay squad as we head into the World Cup. The midfielders, we have De Arrasqueta, Rodrigo Bentaco, Diego Laxalt, Nahit Hernandez, Christian Rodriguez, Carlos Sanchez, Lucas Ferreira, Matias Vecino, and Urita Vizquia. Those are the people, the midfielders in action for the Uruguay squad.
Keep an eye on Rodrigo Bentaca, the 20-year-old Juventus midfielder.
Yes.
This could be the time now where he's going to announce himself to the world.
Of course, we'll be keeping an eye on that. Let's go to the strikers now in action, of course, led by Luis Suarez. Then you have Christian Suani from Girona. You have Maximiliano Gomez and Edison Cavani from PSG. A very good attacking options here.
Yeah, Cavani finished as the top scorer in the South American qualifiers with 10 goals. Actually, he was more potent for Uruguay than Luis Suarez.
Yes.
So those two, I think, as far as their work ethic and as far as bringing in the goals when they are needed, I think they are one of the best to look at in this World Cup.
Well, let's move away from Uruguay now and move to one country that people say that it was a miracle that they went to the World Cup. Remember, they were in the same group with Uganda, and we as Kenyans wished that Uganda could have gone to the World Cup, but Egypt managed to go to the World Cup. Now, remember, we had asked you which year did Egypt first take part in the World Cup. That was on our Twitter question, and the year was 1934. That is when Egypt first took part in the World Cup. And their last World Cup was in 1990. So in 30 years, they've not taken part in the World Cup. This will be their first World Cup in almost 3 decades. So this is the history of the Egyptian team. First World Cup 1934, their last World Cup 1990. So let's take a look at the coach and what to expect from this team. The coach is Hector Cooper. Expectations from this man?
A defensive coach, one who believes that you attack as you defend as 10 and attack as 1. Attacking as 1 means you have Mo Salah leading the front line. Yeah. Yes. So a lot of people have really criticized how he sets up his team, because it's a 5-4-1 something kind of the sort. Yeah. Very, very defensive coach, but it has worked for him. I mean, in the qualifying group they had Ghana, they had Congo, and they had Uganda. One of the top teams in Africa, and see where they are right now, their first World Cup since 1990.
Of course, the goal which ensured they go to the World Cup was that Mo Salah penalty against Congo. But who's the... yeah, exactly, the goal that Mo Salah scored against Congo in the qualifiers, and it was a penalty against Congo that ensured they go to the World Cup. So who's the star of the team? The star of the team is none other than Mohamed Salah. He's going to the World Cup, yes, but he's injured. So you are a Liverpool fan. I know you are feeling that. He was injured in the Champions League final against Real Madrid, Champions League final that took place in Kiev. What are your expectations from this man? He won't be playing in the group stages. That is, if they get through from the group stages, that is where we'll see him in action. And
if they get through the group stages, there's a potential they could meet Spain in the round of 16. That's again Ramos versus Salah. And so, you know what happened last time those two met, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, in terms of this squad, really, you can't look beyond Mo Salah. He's the star of the team. You have the likes of Mohamed El Neni, you have Ramadan Sobi, you have the likes of Vegazi.
And they have the oldest goalkeeper in the tournament, that is El Hadari. So let's quickly go through the Egypt squad that will be in action at the 2018 edition of the World Cup. Essam El Hadari, the oldest goalkeeper to take part in the World Cup, and if he plays in the World Cup, he will be the oldest player
And you know, this will be his first World Cup since he made his debut 22 years ago.
22 years ago.
Yeah.
His first World Cup at 40.
Yeah.
So we have Essam El Hadari, Mohamed El Shanawi, Sheriff El Krami. Those are the goalkeepers for Egypt. Then you go to the defenders, Ahmed Fathi, Saad Samir, Ayman Ashraf, Mahmoud Hamdi, Abdel Shafi, Ahmed Hegazi, Al Gabri, El Mohammadi, Omar Gaber. Those are the defenders for Egypt at the Russia Bonanza. We have midfielders Tarek Ahmed, Shikabala, Abdallah Sahid, Sam Mosi, Mohamed El Neni, Mohamed Karba, Arsobi. We have M. Hassan and Amra Wada. Then we go to the strike force for Cooper. We have, that is Marwan Mohsen and Mohamed Salah. What do you make of this squad?
You can see there he only has 2 forwards.
Two forwards.
That tells you what kind of a team Hector Cooper is putting forward.
Yes, only 2 forwards, and probably Marwan Mohsen will be the one who will be seeing the action in the group stages for Egypt. So remember earlier on we had asked you asked you on our Twitter question, which was the first year that Egypt first took part in the World Cup? That was 1934. So we said that the first 2 people to get the answer correctly will walk home with this GoTV merchandise. So, and the winners are Moses Mungai and Abdul Mohamed Abi. They said it is 1934. That is the correct answer. The first time Egypt took part in the World Cup was in 1934. So those are the 2 winners. And so let me bring you into this. Out of this group A, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Uruguay, which team do you think will get out as the top group and will top the group and number 2?
I think Uruguay.
Yes.
They'll be disappointed if they get anything less than 7 points here.
Yes.
That's 2 wins and a draw. Then Egypt, then Russia, then Saudi Arabia. That's my top 4.
Any team that you think will win World Cup here?
Maybe semi-finals for Egypt.
Well, thanks a lot for coming in, Steve Ayo from 442 Media. Thanks a lot for finding time to come in as we take a look at the groups that we have in the World Cup. 32 teams, 736 players. Today we were taking a look at Group A of the groups that we have in the World Cup. Remember, the World Cup begins on 14th of June. Of course, the opener, Saudi Arabia against Russia, who are the hosts. That will be the opener. We'll be keeping an eye on that. But remember, every day until we get to the World Cup, we'll be reviewing all the groups, and also we'll be taking a look at what to expect. Today we've taken a look at Group A. Tomorrow will be Group B. My name is Robinson Okenye. Akisa Wandera is up next on News Desk. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.